Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they are not going to let him turn the corner. Serious pressure right out of the gate. First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Third and long, here's Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st down, Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now it's Watson. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From near the goal line, here's Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Second down, Howell back to pass. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Howell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. It's Howell with another throw. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Five yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry. And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing again on second down. Watson. Another completion here to Hunt. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Chubb will get the call running left. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Watson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. York able to send this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Watson on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To the air yet again. Watson. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. York able to send this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. But trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now they go play action with Howell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone.
Midfield at the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Watson just beating the play clock. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are back within a couple of the lead. Hunt going to run for it, and he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Faking the handoff, Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Watson now to throw. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 28 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup. Good for a Commander's first down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Off play action. It's Howell. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Faking the give. Now Watson steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. 69 yards. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throw.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a big
makers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Howell down to throw it. And Thomas has it.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Howell throwing on third down here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And credit the tackle to Percy Butler. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off of play action, it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
York able to send this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Got a man, it's Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Howell's throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Howell. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Howell to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second.